Picture a garden. Not just any garden, but the most magnificent garden ever created. This was the Garden of Eden. Majestic green trees reached for the sky. Crystal clear rivers flowed through the land. Flowers of every color bloomed in vibrant profusion. This paradise was home to Adam and Eve. Adam and Eve were the first humans. They lived in perfect harmony with nature. They nurtured the garden and all its creatures. Their days were filled with joy and wonder. They were innocent and free. Life was simple and they were content. It was a paradise beyond imagining. Adam and Eve were not bound by rules or worries. They had everything they could ever need. Food grew abundantly on every tree. The animals roamed freely and without fear. The days were warm and the nights were cool. They lived in a state of pure bliss, untouched by the hardships of the world outside. They were aware of a single rule. God had told them not to eat the fruit from the tree of knowledge. He warned them that doing so would have consequences. They didn't understand why, but they trusted him. For a time, life in the garden was perfect. One day a serpent appeared in the garden. This was no ordinary snake. It was cunning and persuasive. The serpent slithered up to Eve and began to speak to her in a soft, convincing voice. "Did God really say you couldn't eat from any tree in the garden?" the serpent asked. Eve, curious, answered, "We can eat from any tree except the tree of knowledge. God said we must not eat from it or even touch it, or we will die." The serpent chuckled. "You will not surely die," he hissed. The serpent's words intrigued Eve. He told her that the fruit of the forbidden tree would give her knowledge, like God. He tempted her with the promise of becoming wise and enlightened. The more Eve listened, the more she felt drawn to the fruit. Eve looked at the fruit. It appeared more delicious than any other in the garden. She took a bite. The taste was sweeter than anything she had ever known. Immediately, she felt a change. A new awareness washed over her. She eagerly offered some to Adam, and he ate it too. As soon as they ate the fruit, everything changed. Adam and Eve felt a new emotion, awareness. They realized they could not hide from God, but they could learn from their experience. God knew what they had done. God spoke to Adam and Eve about their choices. He explained that their actions had lessons. They had broken his one rule. He told them they would embark on a new journey outside Eden. They would face challenges and growth in the world outside. Adam and Eve were set on a path of discovery beyond the Garden of Eden. They had to leave behind the paradise they had known. The world outside the garden was full of potential and opportunity. They had to work together to thrive. For the first time, Adam and Eve experienced growth, resilience, and life. They learned to grow food, build shelter, and adapt to their surroundings. Life was a new adventure. They embraced the journey and its challenges. This was their path to understanding and growth. The story of Adam and Eve is a powerful reminder of the importance of our choices. It teaches us that every action we take has a ripple effect. When we make positive choices, we create joy and harmony. But when we falter, we face challenges that help us grow. Despite their missteps, Adam and Eve learned valuable lessons. They imparted wisdom to their children about the importance of faith and obedience. Their story became a beacon of guidance passed down through generations. The Garden of Eden symbolizes a paradise that inspires us. It reminds us of the beauty we can strive to reclaim through our actions. And it offers a message of hope and renewal. Even when we make mistakes, we have the power to learn and evolve. We can always choose a path that leads to better outcomes. The story of Adam and Eve is timeless and universal. It speaks to the essence of choice, consequence, and the human spirit. It resonates with people of all ages and cultures, inspiring unity and understanding. And it reminds us that even in the face of adversity, hope and redemption are always within reach.